This is a very special day for me today because have a look at this violin there. May I see this violin? This is a violin here that today goes to, what's your name?
Sarah.
To Sarah. Now, Sarah is a beautiful girl and is her lovely father, but that's not the whole reason why we do this video. The video is that this violin goes to a person who has the genes, some blood of Yehudi Menuhin, believe it or not. Now, Yehudi Menuhin is no more, but I had the pleasure to see him in Montreal, where he came to a concert where we played with the Stuttgart Chamber Orchestra, and he came after the concert and discussed the performance with constructive criticism. And so we all had the pleasure of shaking hands with Yehudi Menuhin and listened to his constructive advice for us musicians. That was in 1982. Now, and I also saw Yehudi Menuhin when he played in Frankfurt a long time before this. I would have forgotten the year, but that might have been early 70s or so. Would that be a possibility? That was with Hephzibah, his sister, and they played in a wonderful concert. It was totally packed, and it was for a good cause, so they didn't make any money. Whatever money came in this sold-out concert hall went to a good cause. I forgot now what it was for.
No, look, I can't help you out with that either.
But I enjoyed the concert very much, and I thought that Hephzibah was an absolutely marvelous piano player, his sister, and she was so youthful when she played. She came across as 25. You know, she was a bit older then. What's your relationship to Hephzibah and Menuhin?
So Hephzibah is actually my grandmother, so my father's mother.
Yes.
So that means that Yehudi is I guess my great uncle.
Mm.
But it reminds me of a story that you told now, that you're recounting now, that he once recounted of when he stood on his head to conduct because he wanted to face the audience. He felt that,
I don't know that story.
He felt that it was slightly rude to not be facing the audience, so he decided to conduct with his feet and stood on his head.
And he was very good at it because he was into yoga.
That's
so
right.
He was into hatha yoga, so he could do that.
That's right. So he had the agility to do it as well. Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic. And when you said that he visited you repeatedly?
Oh yeah, a number of times, because really for us growing up as youngsters, it really was nothing more than a family relationship. Hephzibah died when I was quite young, and she visited us on a number of occasions, but Yehudi, he survived right through till probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 years ago he passed away. I can't remember the exact date. But up until that stage he was quite actively coming to Australia, and certainly when he'd go through to Melbourne, he'd come up and stay at Mum and Dad's place quite often. And that they were I think I recounted one of the stories here that we spoke of when I was very young, and you asked me whether I'd had the pleasure of seeing him practice at home, and actually I had. And it was really, now when I think back, it was quite a special moment because he was staying in my room at the time, so I wasn't staying in the room. Mm-hmm. But this beautiful noise was coming from the room, and it was a violin. And he had a concert down in Melbourne within a couple of days, and he was doing vigorously. He was practicing every day, but this beautiful noise was coming out from a bedroom, and I thought, well, one day I'm just going to open the door, and I'm just going to go and see him do it. So I tiptoed in. I was with my brother Peter, and we tiptoed in, and he's practicing there. And then he turned around and he placed us on our beds, and he played for the next half an hour, just standing in front of us like that. Now at the time, you probably don't appreciate the enormity of what you're witnessing at the time. But as I get older and I hear and I see a lot more and I understand a lot more about him, it was probably quite an event that I wish I could have recounted a lot and appreciated a lot more when I was younger.
Yes, but you would have still appreciated it when he came, because you wanted to hear him close up.
Oh yeah, it really was. And being young, and I mean quite young, probably I was 7 or 8, maybe 10 years old. I really don't, I can't put a figure on the age, but it was a very clear memory of that, and listening to him play, and it was absolutely beautiful. It resonated throughout the whole house. We were living on a farm at the time, and I must say, almost even the dogs joined in and
Really?
enjoyed the music that was emanating from the room. Yes, it was beautiful, and every night he'd practice every night, just while Mum would be cooking there in the kitchen, you know, and this music, beautiful music, would come out every night, and then he'd go down to Melbourne and he'd have to practice there for a few days, and then he would conduct the concert. But he would practice sort of many hours a day, obviously. And I'm shaking his hands was also a very. You could only put your hand out, and he would shake your hands because each finger was so precious. So you can only. You put your hand out. Don't touch my hand.
I see.
You put your hand out, then he'd shake your hand like that.
Yes, and how about Hephzibah? Did she come and practice the piano as well?
Oh yeah, quite often, and she actually played with my uncle quite a lot too.
Oh, thank you for sharing this beautiful story. And I mean, there's a chance that Sarah will perhaps take up the violin and be on stage in about a couple of years as her great
That's
uncle.
Right. So we expect the genes to come through and to shine on the stage.
Yes.
Don't quite shine at the moment, but they will.
Yes, we asked Sarah whether she would play a song, but I believe we have to ask her another time. But do you enjoy playing the violin, do you, Sarah?
Yes.
Do you practice a lot? Every day?
Yes.
Excellent. Is somebody helping you when you practice?
My mom.
Okay, because your mum plays the violin too. That's great. And your father, does he play anything?
No, he just played the guitar.
The guitar? No, that's something. I would say that is definitely something, because there's lots that you can play for violin and guitar.
She's missing out that I sing quite well too. Isn't that right? That would be a joke. Not really a singer, no.
You have a good voice.
Oh no.
No?
No, that was a joke.
Okay. All right, so thank you very much for coming. That was great to drop in, and it's really lovely that you share this with the rest of the Australian audience, or whoever is going to watch this video, about the last link that links back to Yehudi Menuhin, one of the really great musicians. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.